Yo, Murky there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, baby.
All right, we swapping up.
Let's go.
What up? What up? What up? How you guys
Beautiful,
doing?
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can give a quick shout out to everyone. Corrupted, what's up, man? Samo, Jetty, 100 bits, appreciate you. And then yeah, that's that. Patrick, what's up, brother?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, man, we're ready to
Excited
get
for
it
this
going.
one tonight, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Corrupted, appreciate the bits, man. I do. Love you lots. Love you lots.
So we got another good one tonight.
Yeah, nice special guest.
Get Footloose in here. Really excited to have him on and be able to talk to him. I think our first podcast that we ever did, and we had like a guest on it, and we had Castle on or whatever, went really well. And just to have like somebody else in here with us, kind of chopping it up and talking about stuff, it's always super cool and positive, and it's just vibey.
Yeah,
Just good vibes.
yeah. It's good to get another perspective on a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about, and Footloose is a guy that obviously you guys know we talk about him all the time. We went in and surprised him with some gifted and some bits, and his reaction was great. And then he hit 300 subs right at the end of the month, last day of the month, last month, and his reaction to that was great. I mean, it was emotional. I'm watching it. I'm at work, right? I was like, let me pop in real quick and say what's up. And just to see people hit goals and stuff like that, and I know how much work he puts into it. And again, we're going to dive into that stuff and just get to know him and just kind of vibe out a little bit. But
Yeah.
Anything new in your world there, Merc?
Nah, dude, not much. Had a solid little day. Went and picked my kid up and chilling, just waiting for this. L Bar 95, what's up, buddy?
Yo,
That's Liam, ain't
that's
it?
Liam. What's up, Liam? I saw your text earlier and there was a lot going on. I meant to respond, but
My
I'm glad you found it
dog.
anyway. But Liam, yo, thanks. What's going on, man? It's
That's
gonna
my
be
dog.
a lot of fun in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my day's been pretty good too. I got two sick children though, two with
Right.
COVID.
Right.
My youngest kind of kicked in the other day. He runs everywhere, like just to go to the bathroom. He runs to the bathroom. So he didn't run for like a half a day, and now he's running like crazy again. And then my 10-year-old just tonight got a fever, and it's like fuck, man. But kids are resilient. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than that, we hit the gym this morning.
Nice.
I've been back on the grind this week. Stopped smoking, vaping
Nice.
a little bit to kind of help me get through that. But I have not had a cigarette in, I guess, 6 days now.
That's huge.
Yeah, man. I've done this before,
hell
so I'm
yeah.
just hoping to stick with it. But
Right.
cut out
Right.
cut out a bunch of the fat coffees this week. Cut out a bunch of the junk food, no soda. Back in the gym, playing basketball, just trying to get this weight off me because spring's right around the corner. You know what I mean? And I gotta have like that.
Yeah.
I gotta at least have a dad bod, not a fat bod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I hear you. I'm just an overall garbage can when it comes to stuff like that.
That's
There's
fine.
absolutely no consideration whatsoever for what I put in my body.
That's all right. I've been there before.
Nicotine, lots of caffeine. The 7-Eleven up the street from my house sells G Fuel in cans now.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, so we're picking up G Fuel in cans on a regular basis, just slugging that.
That's it, Nick.
Yep.
Fathletic. That is what I call it.
Yeah.
It's funny. So Nick and Liam both. Like I've known them both. Through some mutual friends and stuff like that. But we work together as well, and I always use the term fathletic. And the one part I've enjoyed, and it's kind of gone downhill a little bit since I've gotten a little bit older, because the joints don't quite move like they used to. But about being bigger, but being athletic, like to get out there and be a bigger guy and be able to like take someone to the rack playing basketball, and they're like, oh
Right.
shit, that fat dude can move.
with
there's
the
just
quickness.
there's just
You
this.
still got the quickness.
I've lost a step. That's why I got to lose the weight so I can get that back. But there's a little bit of joy behind blowing past a 28-year-old kid who's in better shape than me and taking it to the hole with a little Euro step. And you know what I mean? It's just something I enjoy. Yeah, just a little like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
I was continuing the gift sub they got from Murky Morals. Mrs. Wounded, love you lots.
Yeah.
Um, so that's kind of just been what I'm on. So I'm just going to kind of keep the grind, and I figured I'd share with all you guys. So there's some additional accountability in there. So when you come in on like a random Wednesday stream and you're like, "Hey, how you
How
doing
was
with
the
the
gym
weight
today?
loss? How was the gym?" I'll feel like a piece of shit if I'm like, "I didn't go and I ate a cheeseburger." So it kind of keeps me on my toes a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, I didn't go to the gym. I smoked 7 cigarettes and I had Wendy's for lunch.
I don't have a Wendy's close enough to me to go eat there.
Yeah, there's one right up the street, like literally right across the street from where I'm working at right now.
Yep.
So we're in there.
Grims, what's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. You're in for a good one today. We're just kind of chatting a
Yeah,
little bit
so
about our week and our day, and then we're
so
gonna
let's do like a little I don't know what the word would be, but like little introduction maybe to why kind of how this episode came to be. So like and I'll start if you don't mind.
yeah, go
Um
ahead. Absolutely.
so like when I started on Twitch and started streaming on Twitch, I guess like maybe 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And like something that was always kind of suggested to me to be successful on the platform was to like network with people and meet other people and do that kind of thing. And I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I found like a group of guys, Footloose being one of them, another one of the guys, a lot of these guys that are in the Overs Club Discord, MFAM Dirty Bird and Unifies and a bunch of these guys, I guess just through Twitter maybe or something like that. And Loose was streaming then. A lot of those guys were streaming then and going hard at it. And then like things came up like in my life or whatever to where I just kind of fell off and fell back and stopped doing it and stopped creating content and doing the things that we're doing now. I just stopped for a while. Um, and from my perspective, the outside looking in, when I came back to Twitch and like Footloose was one of those guys that was still there, still around, and had been growing. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw him on TikTok, and making like daily TikToks all the time and putting in this like from what could tell or from my perspective, like putting in this crazy work. You know, it was just a really cool thing to see. And then when you and me kind of got linked up and started like doing our thing and doing what we're doing now and then started trying to give to other people and give back to other people, that's how that Footloose video came about. It's like
Yep.
we're like, who can we do it with? And again, like the same thing comes up. It's like, well, look for somebody with like a donation goal, and I just looked on my like follow channels and he was streaming at that time. um and I got nothing but respect for that man. Like I know he's gone through some real shit in his life, but I mean, he stays super positive. He keeps great energy. His stream is like incredible. His
It
stream
is.
really is entertaining and incredible to be in.
Every time I go in there,
Um,
it impresses me. I'm like
yeah,
this.
it's the
Yeah.
yeah the quality of his stream is great. The entertainment value of his stream is absolutely great. Um,
Yep.
so like that was just something I've always been impressed with. Just to watch him from, 2 years ago trying to figure all this out, like before the XLR and all that stuff, like before all that, um to the growth that he's seeing now, and like you mentioned in the beginning of the episode, like hitting 300 subs. That's incredible. I mean, that really is incredible. Like I don't know that a lot of people um outside of this kind of atmosphere realize how difficult that is, you know um to even get 10 people. Like, you're talking about a platform to where most people are going to watch the big streamers, watch the Nicks of the world, the Ninjas, the Tims, why subscribe to this guy with 2 viewers, 3 viewers, 5 viewers, 10, why? You have to, I feel like there's a certain amount of extra work that goes involved to bring the entertainment necessary for people to want to subscribe to that channel, and he's been putting it in. There's
Yeah.
no doubt. That man's been putting it in for sure. So it's been really cool just to see that. And then we were able to do, what we did or whatever, drop in there and drop a 10,000 bits and 100 gifted subs, and he
Yep.
gave us a fucking incredible reaction. Um, and I feel like we've just been kind of vibing with him since. And I kind of felt like this was coming. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this was
Yep.
coming, that we were going to have him on at some point. Just because of the energy he brings, just because he's just such a positive dude. So I could feel that this was going to come, and then last week's episode where, we talked about all the positive, different stories about positive things going on in the world. You guys can check out last week's episode. It's up on YouTube, episode 3, on the podcast channel, the Pay It Forward Podcast YouTube channel. And I put out a tweet like, if anybody has any good news or anything like that, hit my DM. Um, Hit my DM and let me know. Give me some stories. Give me some good stuff going on or whatever. And he was one of the first ones to like replied to the tweet, then sent me a DM like immediately following that. It was like, dude, there's just been so much. Like, there's been so much. I could, I'm not trying to, go on forever on you or whatever. But like, there's just been so much I could talk for so long.
Yep.
And I think he mentioned then, like, if you guys ever want to have me on, like, just let me know. And instantly I was like, I think I hit you. I was like, yo, what do you think about having Footloose on?
Yeah.
And that was kind of a no brainer for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, and I think that a lot of that just goes. So first, I want to say this, because I see that there's some new people.
Yep.
We specifically don't have the alerts on during this because we want it to be about not about us, right? And listen, we appreciate the love, we appreciate the follows. Make sure that if you're coming in here and you're hitting me with a follow, you're going to Murky's channel and hitting him as well. But the focus is on the pay it forward piece. It's on you guys. It's on everybody else. It's on spreading love and joy. So I just want to make sure we focus on that. I do see them, and I appreciate you guys
Yeah.
being here, and I hope you continue to come. But that's why we don't do that. And since there's some new people, I figured I just wanted to address that. Also, with that being said, I want to talk a little bit too. I guess piggyback on what he was talking about like the networking and stuff like that. And I know I've talked about it before. Like I've hopped on a stream and I'll do it for like a week or two. And this was probably starting a year ago. And then I get discouraged because it would be like one viewer, um,
Right.
which I think they count me as one viewer, so it was really me watching myself. Um,
Nightbot. You got Nightbot in there,
yeah,
dude.
so
You're
I'd be
never
like,
alone. Remember that.
exactly. So I'd be like, hey, Wounded Healer, how you doing, Wounded Healer? And it was fun. Um, and then I went to the MFAM barbecue and like met a bunch of really good people there, and then at that point I was like, you know what, I'm gonna really dive in and start to network and get to know people. And I met Murky, and I know we've talked about this before too, through Twitter, through MFAM, just to find out we're both in recovery and we live like
Hmm.
10 minutes from each other. Um, so that was kind of a crazy, uh, just how that happened. We know a lot of the same people, and then he introduced me to Footloose because he had said that when we were looking for, um, you know, people to go in and do. He's like, oh, there's this guy Footloose. I was like, I don't know if I knew who that is. He's like, oh, he's a long time MFAM guy. Um, and as soon as we hit his stream, he's just got this energy, this charisma. The stream is set up, it's professional, and immediately I'm
Yeah.
like, I need what this guy has. He just has this
Yeah.
energy, you know what I mean? And um, it was just awesome, man. And so to be able to do that for him, and then see the gratitude from him, and now to have him on the show, it's just the whole thing's pretty fucking cool. So I think we're gonna dive in. We're gonna bring him on, and
Yeah.
um,
I see him in here, so let me drag him and make sure he's ready, I
yep,
guess. And I'm just gonna drag him. Hopefully he's here and he's ready. We're just gonna drag him in and just see what happens. You need to change the scene, or are you good?
yeah, I just we're good.
All right.
Pop him in.
Yo,
Yo,
my man.
What's up, man?
what's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Good, good.
Good, baby.
There he is. Turn up.
Yes, sir. Turn
That's
I was
exactly what I'm talking about.
I was before we like I hopped on Discord. We get in Discord every time every Saturday, like an hour before the podcast or whatever.
Yep.
And so before I like sat down at my setup or whatever and was about to hop in, I was like, the thought came to me. Um, it was like we're gonna have to get him to hit that soundboard. Like he's gonna have to hit that soundboard.
I
Oh no,
knew.
you got something open with it on?
Yeah, if you have your OBS open.
Let me check.
Yep. But yeah, I already knew. I knew that it was gonna be
He was gonna
live.
hit us with the turn up, like
Yeah.
yeah.
before we even got up in here. There he is.
There we go,
What's
baby.
up, brother?
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Good
Yes,
man, good
hey,
man.
Fam coming in strong. I see
Hell
y'all
yeah.
out there, man.
Yep, we appreciate you.
I saw Dirty Bird in the chat too, so
Yep.
shout out to the Dirty Bird. Last time I saw him in a Discord channel, he was super drunk after a long night of betting. It looked like he was half a human being. Who else was there? I forget. Somebody else was in there too. I can't remember. Actually, I do remember, but I'm not gonna put him on blast on Switch. But man, just exited stage left on in the Discord like without even saying anything. Hit everybody with the Irish goodbye. Was head down on the table. Left the channel, and nobody knew where he went, bro.
Ouch,
So
not even
yeah,
to be found, man.
Yeah.
Not even to be found.
yo, man. So we're I don't know if you were watching like a little bit of the intro or whatever, but we're super excited to have you on
excited to be
our
here.
little show thing that we've been doing, man. And it's cool. So like I talked about a little bit about to Wounded, kind of how I met you, I guess, which I really at this point I think was just kind of through Twitter.
It was when I first met you was Twitter when everybody was looking for MFAM Gauntlet people.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
We like the MFAM
Yeah,
Gauntlet
that makes
all
sense.
over Twitter.
Yep. On Warzone. Yeah.
On Warzone. It was like the very
Right.
first one. And
Right.
We all just connected. First I linked it up with Dread and Joe
Yep.
Gunn. And
Yep.
then I linked up with Dirty, and then it was like more like you and a couple other guys falling in.
Yep.
And it was like all just everybody working together and coming together and hanging out and vibing. So
Yeah, and it's kind of cool to see like what that is now, because
Facts.
like everybody's so tight. You guys are all in that Overs Club Discord together, which is like really cool. I try to keep an eye on what goes on over there.
Yeah. They're doing really good things over there, and it's the boys that are over there like Dread, Dirty, Ink, Joe Gunn. Like when it comes down to it, like Joe Gunn, Dirty, Dread, like those were my guys. Like those were
Right.
the first three people that I connected with really, really hard. Played a lot, and then I met Maddie G, and everybody, and then Ink came along, and Ink
Right.
came in and stepped as like the man that is like the top dog, the alpha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the guy that's got a lot of experience. He's there to help guide people the right way. And if it wasn't for those guys, man, this is what I say. These guys, man, are truly amazing. If you guys don't follow any of the Overs Club, make sure you guys show them love because they are
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
people.
Yeah.
These guys will help you guys in all different aspects. They'll help motivate you. They'll help keep you moving. They'll help keep you from falling down. They'll lift you up. These guys are just like Murky and Wounded, man. They are about helping people and building people up. So before we get started, shout out to the Overs Club because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's honest facts. And that's just how I got to put it out there because those guys have saved my life. Like no bullshit. Like,
Yep.
and I don't know if you guys are, family friendly or not on this thing.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, it goes on YouTube, so we're
Okay.
like
Within
we're not-
reason,
we're
you're good.
Definitely not family friendly, but we teeter that line a little bit, I think.
I don't know if anybody's listening, but you guys, if there's people know about it, I was in the sub hotline with Nick Merckx.
Yeah, I saw those TikToks too.
Right after my surgery, and I told him the same thing. I have a group of guys that came from MFAM that pretty much helped me become who I am today, saved my life. I was fighting depression really, really bad. I got into a really dark space. I gave up streaming, like not all the way, but I just didn't have the energy I have now.
Right.
The determination, the dedication, the consistency.
Right.
So these guys, man, they when you talk about connecting with people, those were the guys that I connected with, and
Right.
these guys are truly amazing. So if you guys don't know who they are, make sure y'all hit the Discord and show these guys some love too, man, because there's a lot of good people out here, and these two guys that you're talking I'm talking with right now are amazing. They're doing great things, and
Appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
they're gonna go to the moon, 100%. I agree on that. So
We're going
Yeah,
together then.
that's cool that those guys, and we'll make sure to we'll put some kind of link or something in the YouTube video for the
Yeah.
Risk Club Discord so
yeah,
everybody
but
can connect over there and connect with those guys.
Yep.
if you guys
Yeah,
like sport betting and
right.
watching sports and watching
Yeah.
any type of sporting event, that is the Discord to be involved in. They do sport betting, parlays, whatever. But they have all their channels boosted. You can watch NFL, NBA, hockey, golf, wrestling, UFC,
Yep.
boxing, anything and everything. That is the place to check out, man.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. No
Yeah,
doubt. So,
I kind of lurk in there a little bit. Murky introduced me to it. I'm still learning my ways around it, but I know a lot of the guys in there through Twitter and through MFAM. They
yeah.
definitely show a lot of love on all the stuff. So it's
Yeah.
just anyone MFAM in general, and then anyone from MFAM breaking off and kind of doing their own thing. You know it's going to be good. You know it's coming from a good place, and they're going to do nothing but just look out
It's
for
true,
one
yeah.
another. It's fucking incredible.
100%. And,
Yeah.
I can come off that a little bit too. Like, no matter what, I'm always M fam, right?
Yep.
But it's now me doing what I'm doing and the growth that I'm trying to get. It's foot fam,
Yep.
Right.
I'm a huge M fam guy, always will be. I got a lot of love and respect for Nick Mercy. He was the inspiration on me to stream, be who I am today. And it's, I'm just doing my own thing, starting my own brand, starting me, trying to get somewhere with me. But I'm always M fam no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's it. So with you saying that, let's kind of segue into something like how did you get into, let's just start with that, like how did you get into streaming, or what made you want to stream,
So
and what was the beginning of that kind of process like for you?
So here, this is how it all played into 2 years ago. Matter of fact, let's hear it. COVID-19 hit.
Right.
I was a big video game guy. I loved video games.
Right.
Huge video game guy. I played them all the time. I always watched streams. I don't know if you guys seen him in chat yet or not. I think you guys have. His name's Grims.
Yep.
He's a
Yep.
really good friend of mine. Has been a part of my life since high school. He's a huge guy. He's the one that kind of got me introduced to Twitch. And showed me new, streamers and stuff. I started following like Courage JD. I started watching Tfue. Then I started watching Nick. And Nick, when I found Nick, my whole aspect of streaming and content creation changed.
Yeah, same.
Nick,
Yep.
when I look at Nick, that boy is the same type of person I am when I game, man. Yeah, he's better than me. I ain't gonna lie. This dude's a beast. But the way who he is as a person reminds me of me. I finally started, playing video games more. I got my first PC ever because of Grims. Grims handed me down. He got a different PC. He handed me down one of his old PCs. He said, "You know what? Let's try it out. Let's stream." So we did, and we moved into it. Then finally, I bought this bad boy, and we've been doing upgrades on him. But now we have another PC as well that was gifted to me as well. So, and now we're doing what we're doing. But the whole reason I started streaming is because I don't want to go nowhere. I'm gonna stay home. If I'm not working, I'm gonna stay home. I'm not going out anywhere because of COVID. Why
Right.
not do something that I love to do? And then on top of that, it was wintertime. I work in construction. So
Yeah.
with my construction, during the winter, I'm at home. I'm laid off. So
Okay.
it's time to, build something, game, have fun, do what we're doing at home, and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
The content creation side of it, I didn't really get the hang of it. I wasn't the guy that would want to post up TikTok videos or post up YouTube or post up
Right.
this. That wasn't me. I wanted to get on the stream, just hit the live button. If people come by, people come by.
Yep.
Yeah.
That wasn't the guy about setting goals or anything like that. I was just like, I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna play video games, I'm gonna stream it.
Yep.
That was the way I looked at it. But then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, well, now I got to do a little bit more. It's a little bit more difficult if you don't do it because nobody's seeing your stuff on Twitch because Twitch is so oversaturated. And then on top
Right.
of that, I'm playing a game that is way oversaturated because
Yep.
first off, at that time, it was a brand new game.
Yeah.
Warzone was brand new. When I started streaming, it was Warzone. I didn't stream Fortnite. I think I might have streamed Fortnite at the beginning, if I remember. I might have streamed Fortnite. But what my main focus was Warzone. I started falling in love with Warzone. I was booty cheeks at it. I was ready to get it in. I was ready to have a lot of fun. I was ready to learn. I got into these tournaments. I started doing the MFAM gauntlets, and that's how I met Ink. Ink was a guy that I ran into in the gauntlets and in the Goji tournaments.
Okay.
He ran with Thorn, and Thorn, me and Thorn would. I don't know how it happened, but me and Thorn ran into a game one time, and it was Ink and him, and me and Thorn fought. I killed Thorn, and then me and Ink fought. Ink killed me, and then we ran into each other again, and then next thing you know, now we're friends. You know.
Yeah.
Right.
But when it comes to streaming, what got me going is COVID. Just not wanting to do anything. I wanted to stay home. I got 2 kids, 3 kids. 3 kids. And it was just like I don't want to do nothing. I want to stay home. I don't want to go out here and get this COVID. I don't know how serious it is. Let's protect ourselves and just stay home.
Yeah. It
And
was
that's
kind of.
different.
It was like a scary thing at first too.
At first, it was
Hell
really scary.
yeah.
At first. It was.
It still is. I mean, I don't want to downplay that, thing or whatever. It still exists. It's still around, whatever. But it definitely is a lot different of a situation now than it was like
Right.
March of 2020.
Yeah.
Anything you saw in the news March of 2020, you assumed that the world was ending.
Yep.
Right.
Like everybody's gonna die. The world's over. Yeah. So that's cool. So it just kind of left you with this time and energy, I guess, to put into streaming. You were playing anyway,
Right.
right? And so it's just like, and I think what you said too about like just like you're streaming, let me just stream since I'm playing video games anyway. I think a lot of people do that and still do that and are okay with that.
Yeah,
Like I guess it just is, that's the hobby for them or whatever. And if people come by, they come by. If they don't, they don't. And that's cool too. I mean, like it is what it is, I guess. And I think one thing that like that's okay. And then, but I think at least for me over the years too is like once you start to see like a little bit of growth though, and you're putting in a little bit of work and you're seeing a little bit more growth from it,
Yep.
like that shit starts to get it. Oh yeah,
makes you
You're
hungry. Makes
right.
you want to eat. Makes you. It pulls you in. It sucks you in.
Yep.
Right.
Hold on once. I apologize. Hold on.
Yep, you're good.
I understand.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to tell him like, yo, man, just go, handle what you got to handle.
Yep. I got little ones. I know how it goes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah. And
How old are your kids?
All right, so here we'll start at this. All right, for everybody that doesn't know me, I'm Tyler Hotfoot, aka Footloose. I am a father of 3 kids. I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. I'm 33 years old. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa.
Nice.
And the guy that everybody knows me as is the Mr. Turn Me Up.
Yep.
That's
turn
who
me
I am.
up.
So
That's the time. Yep.
turn me up.
That's it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
All right. So that's me. Everybody knows when they come into my stream, the first thing they're gonna hear is that. They know that it's who I am. It's my type of thing that I branded on me. I know there's other streamers out there that do it like repulls and all them, but they all do it differently. I do me. My boys give me crap all the time. That what's over there doing his repulse thing. But this is who I am, man. This is who I created. Again, I am a father, a single father. I love to have fun. I love to entertain. I want to put a smile on people's faces.
Yep.
That's what it's all about to me. I could be in the worst mood possible, the worst mood. And when it comes to streaming for all of you guys, it's about putting a smile on your face. I don't care if I'm angry. I don't care if I'm upset. I don't care if I'm going through a bad time, because what you guys are here for is to rely on my content for some reason. And that reason, most of the time, is because I have the energy I push out to you guys. The biggest thing for me is family. I'm a huge family guy.
Yep.
I care about my kids a lot. I'll do anything for my kids.
Yep.
And our life has been extremely rough, but we are definitely doing what we need to do. And they're. You guys, come here.
I
Yeah.
isolated myself up here
Say
for the
hi.
podcast.
Say hi.
Hey, there they
Oh
are.
my gosh.
That's
Jovi,
it.
This is Zane, and this is Kyler. That's my twin.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
That's little turn me up. Yep. Yeah. Oh, now you amped them up. They're ready to go.
Little turn me up.
Yeah, little turn me up. That's it.
Don't turn me up.
Yeah.
They're yelling "turn me up" in the background.
Turn me up.
As they should. That's great. That's amazing. Yep. Yeah,
That's
we
awesome, man.
yeah, dude, and we both relate. I mean, we got kids. I got a 16-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 6-year-old, and it's
God, you're old. 16.
I'm only 2 years older than Footloose, man. You know what I'm saying? And you look older. Deed said it today. It's fine. Keep it moving.
He did, yeah.
But yeah,
Yes,
we
I saw it.
yeah, dude, it's the same way. And I guess to touch on a couple things, because you had said, like, everyone gives you a hard time about, like, oh, you're doing the repulse thing. Listen, there's not a ton of ideas anymore that are original, right? It's like
That's
people
true,
find
yeah.
success. Look at all the businesses out there, right?
Yeah,
Businesses find success through similar business models of other successful businesses. Uh,
facts.
and then you put your own little twist on it, right? There's a little bit of autonomy involved. Um, and there's just something to be said about being able to do it and then like perform it. Like you chose that route. That's not for me. I couldn't get a soundboard and be on here and be like, "Turn me up." I'm like this like reserved, kind of laid back kind of guy. I like to turn up, but I also like to go to sleep at a reasonable hour. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I wish I could
um,
say the same thing.
exactly right. So I like it's you got to find what works for you, man. And I think, like I said, when I first came in the stream, when we did the initial like 100 gifted sub thing for you, within like 2 seconds you're hitting buttons, and I hit the follow, and you're like wounded, and you hit the button, and I'm like, yo, this guy's fucking amazing. Like I wish I had that. Like that, that type of charisma is. A lot of people, that's a sought after trait, and it's. I think you're amazing
Yeah,
for it. You know what I mean? I love coming and hanging
Definitely.
out in your stream, man.
yeah.
It's it, it's invigorating. It's awesome that you do that. So I
Yeah,
applaud
it's
you
a
for that. I think you
contagious
do. Yeah,
energy for
I
sure.
think you do a
I
great
appreciate
job.
it.
Yeah, man.
What do you I just want to ask you just because, we're both dads too. And I know this is something like me and him have talked about. There's a lot of time that goes into this. A
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah,
right? I mean, you talk about like, yeah, we could just sit here and hit a go live button and, do whatever, but like nobody cares, right? And like how's anybody going to find you like that? So then you're posting stuff on TikTok, you're posting stuff on YouTube, on Instagram, on everything else, and it takes time to do all of that. We both got kids too, man, and it's difficult, you know. Like I got to try to find time. Both of my kids are still real little, they're a lot younger than your guys's, and I mean it's difficult to find the time to be able to do that. So like how do you manage, taking
So,
care of those kids, and doing what you got to do as a dad on top of kind of juggling the streaming thing and trying to make a success out of that and putting in the work necessary.
yeah,
with me, it's a little different because you got your wife,
Right. Well,
you got
that's
your
even
kids,
why. Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this is the thing. You got your kids full time. Okay, I don't
Okay.
have my kids full time.
Okay.
I have my kids every other week. So my main focus is this. Now that we'll get into the whole not working thing and why I'm streaming so much and what's happening here in a little while.
yep,
But with my kids, the days I have my kids, I will only stream when they're in bed.
yep,
I will
Okay.
only stream, except for on the weekends. On the weekends, if they're doing this like right now, I'll start up the stream. But normally on a weekend when I have the kids, you won't see me start my stream until about 9 o'clock Eastern time or Central time. You won't see me start until about 9 p.m. Central
Yeah.
time. They're in bed or they're laying down, relaxing, watching their tablets or doing whatever they're doing.
Right.
Um,
I do the same
so
thing. I mean, I don't get on most nights until both of my kids are in bed.
yeah. And so my biggest thing is like, so then on the weeks I don't have the kids, when I was working, I'm getting off work, I'm coming home, I'm looking at TikTok ideas, I'm looking at what I could do differently, and then boom, I'm hopping on the stream and I'm gaming all night. Whether
Mhm.
I get off at 10 o'clock at night, or if I get off at midnight, or if I get off
Right.
at 1 o'clock, no matter what, after I get off work, I'm starting the stream and I'm going.
Right.
The biggest thing with me though is I never found a consistent schedule. Never.
Right.
Never. It was one of those things. Okay, it's Sunday. I'm gonna post up what time I'm going live the rest of this week, and then I'll refresh it and change it next week when I have my kids.
Right.
But now I am technically home
Right.
full time, all the time. I had knee surgery twice in the past few months. I had knee surgery back in October on my right leg. I had knee surgery just 2 weeks ago on the 24th on my left knee. I'm probably out of work at least until the end of March, maybe middle of March.
Okay.
So my life right now is full time streaming. It's not 40 hours, obviously, but it is a full grind. The weeks I have the kids, you guys will
Absolutely.
see me live from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. The weeks I have the kids. The weeks I don't have the kids, you will see me live at 9 a.m. Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. until whenever I get off. My schedule is 9 to 3, which I have posted on Twitter, Discord, and on Twitch. They added the new feature where you can actually kind of edit, make it look better on there. So now I have that. But there will be nights where like, okay, it's 3 p.m. I'm still grinding. The stream's popping off. We're vibing. Let's keep on moving. But when it
Right.
comes down with the kids situation, it's easier for me because I don't have them full time.
Right.
I applaud the people that do have the kids full time and can still do it and manage it, because I'll tell you what, with no kids 1 week, it's still hard to manage it and have the motivation to do it,
Hell
and
yeah.
the urge to get on it and go about it and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
So that the hardest thing with you is you just got to be with, like, not the hardest thing, but one of the things that you got to really work with is your significant other. Um, you got to make that sure that she supports us 100%, because if this is something you truly love and it makes you happy, you got to work with her on a thing that makes her happy too. Okay, if this makes you happy, you like reading books, or you like watching your shows, or you like going out and getting this done or doing this with your girls, I'm going to give you that opportunity to go do that. Now I need you to give me the opportunity to start the stream at this time each day, or whatever your schedule is, whatever your schedule is that you set out for your community, and let me get on there and do what I love to do.
Right.
Editing videos, you can literally sit in the same room as your kids if you really wanted to and edit a video.
Yeah.
You get your Google Drive, you drop your link or your video into your Google Drive, you pull it up on your phone, and you use Rush Premium on your phone, via phone, whatever phone you have. If it's a smartphone and you're able to do that, then definitely, 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 you could edit while sitting there with your kids.
Right.
It might not be the best that you want it to be, but like your shorts, like your clips. And there's another thing. You got a clip that you got from YouTube, right? Or not YouTube, but from Twitch. You got a Twitch clip that you want to use. Okay, you don't need to edit it. You go in and use that clip. It's a minute-long clip. You take it to Combo TikTok, joincombo.com. You put the link in there. You hit it. You set what design you want to make it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it whatever you guys want to be. It will make it so your face is circle up top with your gameplay. It will make it so you have a square face, and then a gameplay. But no matter what, you can make a TikTok clip like that.
Right, like that. Yeah. Yeah, I use something, not that exact program, but something similar to that. Yeah, yeah. You can put the Twitch link right into the thing. It cuts it, makes it the right size for you. Put your camera however you want the camera. You want the camera square. You want the camera circle. You want the whatever the case may be. You can add different layers in there or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, those things
There's
are.
so many different things out there for people.
Yeah.
It makes it easy.
It does.
It gives people an opportunity to do it that don't know how to do it. But it also gives an opportunity for people that don't have the time to edit videos. I don't have a lot of time to. I didn't have a lot of time to edit videos. So when I learned about that, it came in clutch. It was able, it was something I was able to do, and handle business, and be able to post TikToks and be able to do that. Then finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm at home. Let's have some fun. Let's get in here and start learning how to do it. I posted up 2 TikToks, 2 videos on YouTube Shorts and TikTok that were death comms. And I finally was able to do the type of, wordings that I wanted to do and all that type of stuff.
Right.
And, I was able to handle business, and people loved it. People were
Right.
like, yo, that's awesome to see. You're putting in the work. Finally, you're learning how to do this stuff. You're doing what you've always wanted to do.
Yep.
And look what's happening. You're seeing growth.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, when it comes down to with your time with your kids, you just got to work with your significant others, man. You got to be a partner. You got to be partners. Just like when you say I do, when you guys marry each other, you aren't just taking in that person as who they are right there. You're taking in everything that they bring in with them. If they're a content creator and their dream is to be a content creator, support them with that 100%. If your wife is a lady who loves to sew or make, different products with like a Cricut or, like anything.
Crystals.
It's a rock, bro.
It's a rock, bro.
I mean, whatever. Geodes.
Yeah.
That like geodes. Yeah. My son is obsessed with geodes. But like I was saying, when it comes with that type of stuff, man, you guys just got to be able to work together as a team and push it forward.
Well, that's with anything. I mean, that's
life.
That's with anything in life, especially with your significant other and family and kids. I mean, whether you're streaming or just working or anything. Yeah.
Anything, you got to be a team. But what I was just saying though, that's the only way you will be able to make it work to the full, the way
Yeah.
that you want it to. The only way
Right.
it's going to be able to work is if you have that support from your significant other when you have your kids full time. If you are a single father or a single mother that's trying to push out as a content creator and have your kids full time as a single mother or a single father, it is
I
I
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
couldn't
Yeah.
imagine.
applaud whoever I applaud whoever's doing it because I know damn well I couldn't.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember. I'm pretty lucky. My wife doesn't give me a hard time about much.
Hmm.
She's a trooper. I
Shout out, Mrs. Wooded.
yeah, Mrs. Wounded in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But
Shout out.
she is I've gone through different stages where it was like right before we got married, I wanted to lose a bunch of weight, and I lost 45 pounds and was really in the gym, and then it got into I wanted then I started playing soccer once a week. I played on 2 softball teams. I played basketball once a week. That's where that whole like fat athletic thing comes in. We were talking about in the beginning. I just wasn't so fat then. Um, but she's never said like she doesn't ever say anything to me. Like and then when like the Fortnite thing hit, and then the pandemic happened, and we couldn't go anywhere, and then some mental health things came up and we started to struggle with that, and I had to go see a doctor and do all this stuff. It was like she doesn't, I don't know, she doesn't ever really tell me no.
Right.
So I'm pretty lucky in that aspect. And but we also went through some times too where it was like we both worked retail. So I was retail management, she was retail management. She worked in like the nitty gritty retail where she, the holidays, you're there every day on the holidays, and was working late, and we would see each other in passing for a couple minutes, maybe in the morning, maybe at night. But we were basically, it felt like single parents for years
Yeah.
with a dual income. So we had the benefit of the dual income, but we were always with the kids by ourselves.
Right.
And that shit was brutal. It's like you're getting up at 5:30 in the morning, getting the kids ready, either taking them to school, taking them to the in-laws so they can take them to school, going to work, and then she's picking them up. I mean, it was nuts. And then with the kids being out of school last year, we made the decision to have her not work. And she does some stuff with a friend of hers now in construction. So she does some like painting and she'll do some like trim and stuff here and there. But it's she's I couldn't ask for more from that aspect of it. So when you talk about having that kind of collaboration and support, I've definitely got that. So there's a big
Oh,
shout out for that.
you're earning big brownie points too right now. She's
Yeah, I'm
in the
about to say
chat
you're.
hearing all of
I was
this,
about to say
dude.
she's like
You're yeah.
That's
She's
it.
loving. She's got to be eating that up.
gotta be eating that up. I'm sitting over here watching chat. I'm like, yeah, she's loving it.
Man.
She's over there like, give it to me,
That's
daddy.
right.
It's like, yeah. And what's awesome about it, man, is seeing that in your chat though is truly amazing. You
Yeah,
know,
that's really cool.
and that's I have a mod. Her name's Modified Angel. You'll probably see over in
she's
chat.
She's in
she's
there,
in
yep.
here. Yep.
Her husband is Mike Wazowski. He's in chat too. I think
He
I've
is.
seen him.
Yep.
Yep.
Those two are my mods.
Okay.
Okay.
And those two are truly amazing with each other. The support that they give each other,
Yep.
the love that they give each other, the love that they give to other people, just everything about it. And shout out to King Misfit if he's in here. I don't know if he stopped in yet or not, but he introduced me to them, and they're truly amazing people.
Yeah.
The love and support that they give each other is truly amazing, and it's just like with you and I see with you and your wife right now in this. It's truly amazing, man. Because to make it as a content creator or anything like that, that stuff you love to see.
Yep.
It really is.
Yeah,
Really
you gotta
is.
have that. Gotta have that support.
It's one thing that I'm jealous of with Nick is his relationship with Emu.
Right.
Yeah.
Emu and Nick, that right there, he told her, look, this is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be. You're either with it or you're not. And she's with it.
She's
100%
with it.
with it. And that's awesome to see.
Yeah.
But now it's awesome to see though too, because all these people are doing it as well.
Yeah.
Not just Nick and Emu, but everybody in their significant others. You see smaller streamers, their wives will be in the background. I follow a streamer and his wife's in the background with him every day streaming. He's
Yeah.
just they're messing around and is one of his main mods and is just sitting in the background on a love sack. He's building her a PC right now.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, it's-
couple from TikTok, right? I follow them.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Danny and
Yep.
Allie.
Danny, yep. He's and actually he's a part of the team with Cinch. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really awesome. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's always, no matter what we do in life, I feel like, especially just being in any kind of relationship and then having kids and stuff, it's always just like you just got to figure it out. Everything changes. Life has peaks and valleys, no matter what, and things change all the time, and you got to just kind of bob and weave, right?
Yeah.
And figure out what we got to do to make it happen. You have to make it happen no matter what. No matter, I don't care what day of the week it is. Bills are still coming. Kids still got to eat. And things got to happen. To make the world go round, and you just got to figure out how you got to do that. And then also not lose yourself in the process and be able to
Right.
enjoy yourself. That's really cool, and that's awesome that they're in here and watching the pod and your mods and stuff, because
Yep.
that's like the whole idea of this podcast of the pay it forward idea, is just to have positive people like that and then promote that. Like, that's what I want to promote. That's what we want to talk about more of,
Yep.
instead of, there's just so much negativity in the world. We talk about this all the time. There's just so much negativity in the world, man, that just brings people down, and people get sucked into the drama and get sucked into the bullshit and the rat race and the grind and the
Yep.
news and the this, the that, the da 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 da. And it's like, so often are the people that really push that positivity, like your mods, and how great of an impact they are for you. And Wounded and I and stuff like that get kind of smushed and silenced because of all this other bullshit.
Yep.
And it's like, so if anything, if we can do anything with what we're trying to do, is just that, is make those voices louder, promote more of that kind of positive atmosphere.
Absolutely.
And it's funny you mentioned the stream, like Danny and Allie. I follow them on TikTok too. Their TikToks are great. She plays a big role in making the content on TikTok, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's like her role. I think that's more her TikTok than anything.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because
but it's good
all the time. But it's great because it lets his community see what they're truly about together as a couple.
Right. Yeah.
What their relationship is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
They're awesome.
Well, and that's something too. Like, I've talked to some bigger creators. Some like Twitch partnered creators and stuff like that get a couple hundred viewers on average. And sometimes, like, I spoke with one recently over the last year who was seeing a pretty big dip, right? To where he was like, what is happening? What's going on? I don't understand. Like, what do I need to change? What do I need to do differently? Things like that. And I mean, that type of content that they make on TikTok is something that I'm always attracted to, because it gives you a different perspective and a different angle than just, and even just talking to you now and listening to the things that you're saying to us now. It's more real. It's not so much just like an entertainment that we're putting on. And I want to know what's really going on with the person, what's going on behind the scenes, what's real life look like, and things like that. And I think they do a really good job of what that looks like. I saw one the other day of her, like, dropping lunch off to him at work or something, and that's just, they really put out who they are, in real life as people on TikTok, which is something that you don't see a lot. It's really cool to see people just be their authentic, genuine selves.
Right.
And I think that's why they get so much success. That's why they gain traction, because people like that kind of content.
Yep. There's another one that is actually a small content creator. His name's Logan Echo. He's on TikTok as well.
Yep. Yeah, I'm familiar.
His wife will bring him slushies from the 7-Eleven. He'll bring, his favorite food, like fast food, is like chicken nuggets from Wendy's. With a Frosty from Wendy's.
That sounds amazing.
She'll come in and surprise him in his stream with stuff, and he's a huge part of his content, because you know what? He's the content creator. He's the streamer. He's the guy that's bringing in the energy. But you know what? She's the one behind the scenes. She's making the videos. She's editing. She's doing all of it.
Yeah.
While doing her thing as well.
Right.
Seeing that teamwork together, chasing a dream together, is truly, it's inspiring.
Yeah, I followed their little micro center trip. There was a bunch of he's like, I'm just gonna get this one more thing, and she's like, what are you getting now? And then, like, the next video, it's like, all right, hold on, like, I thought that was the last thing. All right, honey, but, like, I'm getting these, and, like, what are those? Like, what
he finally was able to get that second PC. He's been pushing her for a long time. Give me my second PC. Give me my second PC. And finally she gave it to him. So it's awesome, man. It really is. So.
And I've always talked about, like, that's one of the most interesting parts of, and one of the most intriguing parts of, like, streaming and content creation. is you get to have this interaction with these people that you don't get to have with anyone else, right? Like anybody else who you would view as like a celebrity or who's big. Um,
True.
there's just a different level of interaction, and I think that that's what Nick does so well with the M Fam, and I think that that's what all of us do so well with hopping into each other's stream and being involved on Twitter. It's like you get to have these personal. Like if I go on and I tweet Leonardo DiCaprio right now, he's never gonna read it. He may not even
Nah.
run his own account. He's not gonna retweet it. He's not gonna like it. You know, but I go and I give it to I tweet out to Nick all the time, and he's like so quick. Like he'll immediately like stuff, respond, show love, have a conversation with you. And I think
Right.
that like having that human element of being able to see what it is and talk about this stuff and realize that we have our own struggles. We've all been through stuff. You know what I mean? It's like you're doing the single dad thing, and I me and Murky being in recovery, we clearly have a past behind us of like we've all been through some shit. Everyone's been through shit, and I think we talked
I
about
mean,
that early on. Is your stuff is your stuff,
yeah.
right? And
I
it's big to you, and it's hard for you to get through because you're in it and you're trying to navigate life. You're trying to be responsible. You're trying to be a good role model to your kids while dealing with some really tough situations, and it's not easy to do that. So when we get to bring that here and people get to connect on those levels, man, it's just a whole different it's just a whole different avenue of being able to have a release. And I talk about it all the time, but I still remember to this day that day in the Discord when Nick and all his mods went in there, and I think one of the streamers had just passed away, and
it was Angel Walk's brother is what it was
yeah,
during the
yeah,
M-Fam
yeah,
Gauntlet.
yep. And they they took their time out to talk to these people. Like a lot of people aren't doing that kind of stuff, and it's so important to have people in your corner. Everyone needs help at some point. I needed
True.
help at some point, and I know that I'm in a position now where I may be able to provide some help to some people. And I may need help tomorrow, but like today, let me try to provide something for at least one other person. But
Yeah.
it's
And
tough out
so,
there, man.
we can go back a little bit and we could talk about um the things that you see now compared to what you would have seen a while ago. Um, so because then it gives people a little bit better, because what you said there, I don't know if you guys see me wipe my fucking eyes, but it
Yeah,
brought tears because it's me as a father, man. I've always wanted to make sure that I'm doing correct for my kids.
absolutely.
I'm guiding them in the right way, teaching them the right way, showing them what life's all about in the right way, just everything in general. Because I didn't have a dad. I didn't have a dad growing up. I was, my mom was the only one that was around. My dad was around, but in the wrong way. Alcoholic, drugs, abusive, a lot. So my life was always rough. Um, that's why you always see me try to push out as much positivity as I can because it doesn't matter how I feel. It matters about how other people are feeling. I want to
Yep.
make sure that I'm lifting everybody else up. I don't care if I'm going through the worst part in the whole world. I could still beat myself up every day. You can ask anybody that's in chat, you can ask anybody that knows me. I wear my damn heart on my sleeve, um, big time. Um, and it's one of those things for me is 2 years ago, not 2 years ago, but a while back, I had to almost give up everything, everything. Um, I got into a really tough spot financially due to work, due to a lot of things. Um, had to almost give everything up. I almost had to sell my computer. Um, these guys came over here and did a lot for me. Did a GoFundMe without me even asking. Um, gave back to me because they know that this is something I loved and they loved seeing me do it.
Yeah.
Again, it's those guys over there in the Overs Club. When I say those guys saved my life, those guys saved my damn life. Um, here we are again, later down the road, and guess what? Life smacks me in the face again. You guys don't see it because of my streams. I guarantee you probably don't see it. But my life is in a goddamn circle right now. I'm not working. I don't have income coming in. I'm going through a lot personally. But you'll never see me show that to anybody. ever. The only reason I speak about this right now is because I want people to know who I am.
Yeah.
My life is not about making you guys aware of what's going on. And if I did let that happen, I pulled myself away from it, which I did. I gave up. I gave up hard, guys. Like life hits you and it hits you hard. You give up on everything. You just want to be done. You don't want to be here. You want to be unmotivated. You want to be distracted. You want to be doing something different. You don't want to be doing the positive stuff. You want to do negative stuff. I know you guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I know for a fact you guys both can agree on that.
Absolutely.
When you guys get into a down spot, you wanna, you wanna tear yourself down in a way that, in your eyes, it's not tearing yourself down, but it is.
Yeah.
And it's in a way that no one else can.
Exactly. And
Yeah, I almost get pissed off at positive things when I'm in that spot. Like
I agree.
I'm in that spot and I see like the good things on Twitter or whatever, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I
You know,
agree.
like
Yeah.
it gets bad. Yeah, I know exactly.